Hi guys, welcome to another one of my sketchbook tours. I apologize that it's actually taken me till the end of the month to get this out. Um, it usually goes a lot easier for me, but summer is here, and with summer, unfortunately, comes fire season, and that is a huge stress on me, honestly. But we're not focusing on that. We are here right now, and something I have done this month that I suppose is a little bit of an update is I decided that I wanted to do a bit more content on my YouTube channel. So I decided to take Cassandra Clare's Draco trilogy and start to upload that chapter by chapter over there. And it would be the edited version that I'm actually putting up because I've actually been with that particular fan fiction for a really long time. For those of you that aren't aware, the Draco trilogy is a Harry Potter fan fiction that came out in the early thousands and was one of my absolute favorites. So that's what I'm doing right now. In adjacent to also uploading, there is a Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z crossover fan fiction that I'm uploading as well, just because it's enjoyable and I think people are having a good time with it. I just finished uploading Draco Dormians, so I will hopefully this week be uploading the first chapter of the second book, Draco Sinister, because they are novel-length fanfictions. When I am done with that, I am hoping to potentially pull out some other Sailor Moon fanfictions from moonromance.com that are also kind of lost to time because just the nature of those sites are not up anymore, but they have been preserved on the Wayback Machine, and I would like to pull as many of them as I can and read them to you guys out there on my YouTube channel, just for stuff that's fun and to give a little bit of levity, because the world is very heavy right now. So that is something that I will be doing, and hopefully you will all get a kick out of that. But now we will move on to the art. Okay, so this sketchbook is really old. I actually got it from my next door neighbors before I moved, like at least 2 or so Christmases before I moved, when Nate and I were in a place of homelessness and we were bouncing around from place to place to place. But yeah, so that is how old this sketchbook is. We're talking like 2014 sketchbook. So this was kind of when I was trying to do realism and a little bit more things like that when I was learning about shading and stuff like that. You will notice that I do not do this style anymore, and that's because it is time consuming in a way that I just didn't really want to continue with. So, but yeah, this I believe was supposed to be a picture of Hermione, if I'm not much mistaken. So yeah, this here is a little character I did, a little bunny, the bun princess, and I just wanted her like ethereal, very Brian Froud. Oh, and I also just have a lot of notes in the sketchbook because this is where most of my TBR list lives. Because sketchbooks are good for that, guys. Like they're just so good for these kinds of things. Write down your TBR lists, seriously, even if they are never ending. This is actually a tattoo on my right forearm. I was very proud of her, my ball jointed doll, based off of Frankie Steen from Monster High. So yeah, Very proud of her, obviously, or I wouldn't have gotten her tattooed. My little trash panda forest finder here. Honestly, who doesn't love like folk horror art? I certainly do. This is actually something that took me a while to put together. I actually have something on my YouTube that is stories that are just fairy tales that are based off of Disney and blah blah blah. And this is the map of that world that I did. It took me forever, much like the super Game of Thrones, like who's related to who, family tree stuff, like that took me just forever to do. And maps are fun, by the way. I was gonna get this tattooed at some point. Bones. Who doesn't love bones? Yeah. But I don't have any room anymore. And my tattoo plan has moved beyond this. So, here's our gentleman wolf. Pretty much what Little Red Riding Hood sees. A picture of Chibiusa, or Rini. Here's one I did of Wicked Lady. And our favorite lesbian couple, Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus. This is the second half of the map of that world that I created. This is the Wonderland side of things, which, you know, you can access through somewhere on here. There's that, like, treacle well thing, and that's how we go between the worlds. I haven't gotten there yet in that writing, by the way, but as with all my projects, someday. Here is my Mistress 9, Rough Love. My body proportions have gotten better. Picture that I did for myself and one of my non-binary friends. Try to do this whole thing with like Wednesday Addams having a really like, you know, bubblegum pop princess roommate. But, you know, she's also a Satanist, too, or something like that. So, you know, she's got a little bit of a dark side. But I did not realize that they, you know, putting this out into the universe a few years ago would apparently manifest the Wednesday series. That was not my intention. That show's a mess. I'm sorry, guys. Like, that show's just a frickin' mess. Hot take, I know. My bug series. This one I actually did into a painting. Quite proud of this one still. This is my little cupcake roach. And this is the start of a whole series that was in this particular book. Like my snail mint. My pastry girl. My taffy spider. My cotton candy, like, stick bug. My stink bug candy corn. This was another one that got turned into a painting. This is my butterscotch bee. My bed bug brownie. My leech berry. Let's see if it'll focus there. My jelly belly ant. My gingerbread butterfly. You know how they make that joke in Alice in Wonderland about breaded butterflies? Gingerbread. butterflies. My jewel cookie beetle. My crane pie fly. My caramel potato bug. My caterpillar donut. My ladybug tart. If you can't tell, I really like sweets. You've probably noticed that in my naughty shortcake series. My praying ice cream mantis. My Le Petit Four maggot cake. Ooh, maggots. Super gross, right? My table roan centipede. My butterbeer moth. 'Cause why not? And I think that's the end of that one. So now we've got, you know, my little balloon dancer here with her little mouse head. And this guy was supposed to be like a light bulb, and he's a jester, and he's got a crow head. I'm fully in my just weird art phase in this sketchbook. And yes, Thumbelina's Capture. Like, if anyone is like me and you read a lot of fairy tales, Thumbelina to me has always read about this poor girl. She's just minding her business, and all of these creepy dudes are just trying to keep her for themselves. So there's the inspiration for that one. Mr. Mole and the Toad and, you know, our June bug. It's my noble fox lord. Isn't he cute? I love anthropomorphic animals, if it isn't obvious. I didn't finish this one, but Pumpkinhead Girls are so good. And here's your little tarot cards. I'm just ready for Halloween, guys. This was for kind of one of the first commissions, sort of, that I did. Someone asked me if I could design them a logo, and this was sort of my first foray into that. They ended up going a different direction, but you know, this was the start of that. This was another one that I tried to do for the logo. This too. This is another one that ended up being a tattoo on my left forearm. And I actually had the paws done much better here. But this is actually from Kat Valenti's Orphan Tales series. And this is the Manticore. And there's a good tale of the Manticore in there. A little ghost in his little house. This was another idea I had for a tattoo. Just vampire girl sleeping in her coffin. I don't know if I'll ever get this one tattooed or not, but I like her. And this is the last picture in here. This is from when I had my head shaved at one point. And Nate called me his hedgehog's princess. So I made a little hedgehog me with my short spiky hair when I was growing it back. Yeah. So that is it for that particular sketchbook. Didn't realize how many pictures were actually in there still. And I think that is it for this time, guys. So, thank you so much for joining me for this. And go check out things on my YouTube. Like, I've posted so much there in the past couple weeks, mostly because it's helping me keep my sanity right now. But if you like fan fiction, I think that you will really enjoy some of the stuff that I've posted, especially with the edits. Because, truth be told, Cassandra Clare's stuff is a little dated, and the updates, I think, improve the story. But that's my opinion. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me here, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one.